welcome to the Happy Console Gamer. Today's episode is on Megaman and all that is Megaman. And I played all the games. I love the series. It's a great franchise. It's gone on quite a lot now. There's so many games. I can't keep track of it all. I don't quite understand the entire Megaman universe and storyline. So I thought we'd go and talk to an expert who does know all this stuff. So here I am at Rob Man's place, and he's a huge Mega Man collector. He's built up an amazing collection over the years, and he knows a heck of a lot more about Rockman and Mega Man than I will ever know. So I just thought I'd come over here, ask him some questions, have a look at his collection. What got you into Mega Man?
Well, I've got to be honest, the very first Mega Man game I ever owned is still on my shelf, and so for all of you hardcore collectors out there, yes, it's in crap condition, but this is the first copy. This is the copy. I've loved and adored it all my life. The first time I saw this was for rent in a local video store, and I refused to play it. My parents said, well, why don't you try that? And I just looked at this, and I said, that is hideous. I will never play it. It looks like crap.
Bring that box art up. I want to have a look at that. Yeah. That was always the worst box art.
It is the worst box art of all time.
You played the first Mega Man game, and it was, it did something for you.
Yes.
It was just, what was it about that first Mega Man game that was so good?
Honestly, in a nutshell, it was that it was so different from any other game of the time. Every game stated your job. You had to save the princess, you had to do this, you had to do that. You had to do it in this order, these were the levels, and basically you could find these power-ups on the way to hell. Like Mario had the mushrooms, you get bigger, you get fire flowers, whatever. These guys took that concept and chucked it out the window. They said, okay, each level has a boss at the end of it, and that world is themed around that boss. You have to get to him, and you have to beat him, and when you do, you get his weapon, and you can use it against the other bosses. On top of that, you choose what order to do it in. So it was kind of actually they worked it in as a rock, paper, scissors. In Japan is a very popular game even back then, and that's what they were thinking of with Rockman. One guy's weapon would really trump another boss. Yeah. So you had to use strategy to learn which one was weak to which one.
Such a fan over the years, you actually got some tattoos.
Yes, I did. It's pretty crazy. One of them is my two favorite characters of all time, Mega Man and Marvin the Martian, back to back in guns blazing. And of course the other one is Heat Man from Mega Man 2. Which is reflective of course, my love of Mega Man, but also I used to collect Zippo lighters, and I really like fire.
Now it's weird, like they'd actually tattoo your body with Mega Man. You're pretty hardcore to have done that.
I am very easily fanatical. I love this series of games more than any other. It really influenced me as a kid. It's influenced me growing up. I've really enjoyed it. The direction of most of the games have taken. Of late, they've gone a bit more Pokemon with the Battle Network series, which is why they're not represented in my collection. I really felt that the original series and the X series captured the essence of what really was Mega Man, and the Legends series was about the only spin-off that I thought really kept that unique spark and that flavor and that fun that I really enjoyed.
Yeah, for me, I get kind of lost because there's been so many Mega Man games that have come out. What is the timeline of it all, if I'm trying to understand? There was Mega Man 1 to 6 on the NES.
Yep.
Okay, and then from there, didn't we go to Mega Man X after that?
Well, yeah, if you're looking at actual release dates, Mega Man X was pretty close to when Mega Man 6 came out.
Yeah.
Mega Man 7 came out after Mega Man X. It was closer to when X2 came out. They kind of created a plot divergence, and there's a lot of theories on that, whether it's a continuing story or not.
And that's the X series?
The X series, if it's a continuation of the Mega Man series or not. There are two theories. Okay. The one theory is that basically, after Mega Man had been decommissioned and everything else, Dr. Light created a new robot that was able to have free will, but to test and make sure it wouldn't turn against humanity, he sealed it away, and that's Mega Man X.
Right.
The more popular theory, the one that I prefer to go with, is that at the end of Mega Man in Base, which is technically Mega Man 9, because they went up to Mega Man 8 in the standard series, and then they made Mega Man in Base.
Why is Mega Man in Base number 9? Why is that class as number 9?
Because it takes place after the events of Mega Man 8.
Okay.
And basically, it makes a nice in-between. The idea being that after the events of Mega Man in Base, Mega Man kind of lost his mind, finally got so sick of Wily that he murdered him.
Okay.
That he killed him. And he needed to be put into a diagnostic capsule to make sure he would never turn on a human again, which is why he ended up in the capsule that was found in Mega Man X. That's
okay. So it's funny. So what would you class as the last true Mega Man game of the old style? If you think about that, would that be
Mega Man in Base would be the final chapter in the classic series.
1 to 9 series, as we call it.
1 to 9 of the classic run.
And so Mega Man X is still going on, or is that
Mega Man X? The last one we hit was Mega Man 8, and I'm not sure if they're
Mega
going
Man
to continue.
X8.
Yeah,
right.
X8. Sorry.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure if they're going to continue on from that.
Right.
At present, they show no real signs to. But in the midst of that, they've created. I mean, the X Command mission, which is a role-playing game, as opposed to an action game.
That's what we would call a side game to the Mega Man series.
Yeah.
From storyline wise, yeah.
Following the Mega Man X series is the Mega Man Zero series.
Yeah.
Rockman Zero, Mega Man Zero.
Yeah.
Which kind of takes place after the events of Mega Man X.
Yeah.
And then if you go way into the future, that's where you hit this Mega Man ZX.
Right.
It's quite complicated. But
so one thing that's actually pretty funny is a lot of my friends actually own arcade games. I own Street Fighter. And Rob Man here has, what is it?
This would be Mega Man the Power Battle. Very, very few of these kind of made it around North America. It's a Mega Man arcade game. They made 2 of them. The second one only really hit Japan. There were maybe 100 or so in North America that were the Mega Man franchise as opposed to Rockman. And it's basically just all boss fights, but I had to have it. So it's not, my conversion isn't complete yet. I do want to get a dedicated cabinet for it because this used to be a Street Fighter. But yeah, it's an excellently fun little game, and for a diehard like me, I had to have it. Another gem of my collection for myself. The Mega Man X branded GameCube controller. It's tiny, but amazingly comfortable to use. Spread out, I've got Axel from the Mega Man X 7 and 8 and beyond. Mega Man from Mega Man the Battle Network and Bass from Battle Network. I even have Mega Man from Mega Man Legends. This one was an import figure that I bought as a model kit and I had to snap it together and build it myself. Lots of articulation, super fun. The car from Mega Man Battle and Chase, remote controlled. Pop the batteries in it, drive it around, annoy your cat, annoy your dog is fantastic. It was a limited edition art book they did around the time that they released Mega Man 8. And they held contests in Japan for many years to kids who could send in pictures of what they wanted to have as bosses. And then all the higher-ups over at Capcom would talk to, of course, the series creator, Keiji Inafune. I apologize for my terrible pronunciation. And he would troll through them and pick which ones he thought would be excellent as bosses, or take elements from some of them and others of them and make them into bosses. And then I don't know if you can see it here, but there's actually a guy has sent in pretty much one of the Darkstalkers characters as a Mega Man boss. It's pretty damn funny. Another prime crown jewel in my collection, a game that was only released in Japan for cartridge use. They had it on the Sega Network here in North America. Rockman Mega World, which is basically the Mario All-Stars of the Mega Man world. It's Mega Man 1, 2, and 3, all in one cartridge on the Sega Genesis. And it's just super fun. It was the first true 16-bit iteration of Mega Man. Mega Man Soccer. I don't know. I wish I could tell you. I would love to be able to tell you why. I don't know. The infamous Mega Man Battle and Chase. It was a PlayStation Mario Kart style Mega Man game.
So I shot this episode 3 months ago, and just after that was Rob Man's birthday. And what do you get the Mega Man fan that has everything? You get him this Mega Man book right here.
Oh my god. Oh my god. It is the Rockman 20th Anniversary art book. Every piece of art from every Mega Man and X game ever. Oh my god.
Happy birthday,
Oh
man.
my god. Oh.
The shipping killed me.